Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. My name is Elivaras, and I am very excited to bring you the first installment of my campaign for Total War Warhammer. This is the latest installment of the Total War franchise made by Creative Assembly. All the games of Total War are basically a mix of real-time strategy and turn-based strategy, which you will see shortly. And the Warhammer universe is, you can kind of think of like the Lord of the Rings universe in the sense that, you know, there's elves, there's dwarves, there's goblins, there's orcs and stuff like that, but it is a decent amount different. Like, the general setting is the same, but it's a decent amount different just because it's made by two different people, the Lord of the Rings and then the Warhammer universe. So let's hop in. We're going to do a new campaign. I'm kind of assuming that you don't necessarily know a lot about Total War, because some of you, as my subscribers, have only seen my League of Angels Fire Raiders content, not necessarily my Total War content. So I'm going to go into this kind of assuming that maybe some of you don't know really anything about Total War. I have played a lot with the Wood Elves. I've really enjoyed my time playing with them. I managed to beat their campaign on very hard, which was very hard, but you know, by the end I had my hero riding on a dragon, which was just quite cool. But we're going to go in and play as the Greenskins, which are basically the orcs and goblins. Let's look at the faction's attributes here. Wa call upon additional orc and goblin armies to field against enemy forces. We've got the Underway. Greenskins can use underground tunnels to avoid impassable terrain and enemy forces. And they have an extensive unit roster with aggressive infantry, fast cavalry, and monsters. So let's continue. We're going to be playing as Grimgor Ironhide. There are multiple faction leaders you can choose for different factions. This one only has two, but we're going to be playing as Grimgor Ironhide. He's a faction leader. He's a powerful melee fighter and leader, and has the unique Immortals banner, which improves a unit of black orcs in his army. He gets plus 5% movement range on the campaign map, which you'll see soon. And he has upkeep minus 10% for Black Orcs and Biggins, which you'll also see eventually. He has starting units of Orc Boar Boys, a shock cavalry unit. He's got a catapult. This Doom Diver is basically the best Orcish artillery. And then he's got a unit of Black Orcs, which is basically the best Orcish infantry. We're going to be playing on the hard difficulty, and we're going to be starting in Death Pass on the campaign map. So, without further ado, let's begin.
I can smell it. The old world teaches on a blade's edge, but a steadying hand may yet save it. Is that my role? Alas, nothing is grand. I am merely a humble advisor to Grimgor Ironhide, the most brutal of Black Orcs. Even that bestial intellect recognized a use in me. His horde as we travel south, laying waste to the stunted and rival orc tribes alike. Deep in the Badlands, Gorfang Rotgut, master of Black Crag, challenges his superiority. Grimgor stands to take the whole of the old world as his prize. But first, he must vanquish Rotgut and take Black Crag as his new capital.
All right, so there we go. And now We're going to get ready to hop on into the campaign map, but first, after this loading screen, we are going to be given a little introduction of the surrounding area from our advisor. He's going to kind of give us a quick little zoom around of what's around us and what we should be focusing on early game. Just taking a little drink here. I've had multiple issues filming this. I've had a lot of 45-minute films that I've had to redo for various problems, so my voice, gets a little tired. Right, here we go.
Black Crag is yours, my brutal lord. The Badlands beyond lay open for conquest. This area is dominated by tribes of inferior Greenskins. On the plains to the west, Rotgut's Red Fangs mass against you, angry at the loss of their stronghold. Proving your utter superiority over Gorfang should be your first calling. Vanquish the Red Fang, and tribes of lesser orcs will flock to your banner, freeing your mobs to look further afield for lands to conquer. The stunted dwarfs that dwell in the mountains around you should provide plentiful quarry. Or annihilated.
Hopping into this, seems like we had a few lag issues there. I also had to cut out a little part there because my computer randomly decided to give me notifications in the middle of that. So apologies for that. Alright, our first mission, we must defeat the Red Fang in battle before they are able to regain their strength. So I'm going to be going over all of this stuff on the campaign map in due time. I'm not going to do it all right now, kind of as we go. First thing here, this is our capital. Now, the whole map is divided into a series of provinces that have a capital apiece and maybe some smaller settlements. So we can see that we only control, in the Death Paths province, we only control Black Crag, which is the capital. What we're going to do here is you can build multiple things in each building slot. This is what every different settlement has. They've got their main settlement chain building that you can upgrade to build better things. And you can build stuff like military recruitment things, so like stuff that you can recruit better troops from. Military support, which will give you potentially even more troops and more troops you can recruit, and some of these will be needed to recruit some of the troops from military recruitment. So let's say for people with shields, you might need an armory. So you need to build the barracks high enough to get the people with shields, but then you also need to build an armory. And then there's stuff like infrastructure here, which will give us some money. So money and growth and obedience and stuff, I'll talk about that later. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our muster fields and get that into a brawling grounds to get us some archers. We're also going to build this cave of shinies. So you can't build a cave of shinies as the orcs in every province, in every settlement. The only reason we can do it here is because there is gold in this area. There's various territories around the map that'll have stuff like this one has lumber, this one's got iron, this one's got gold, this one's got pastures, and that'll allow you to unlock a little unique building chain. Typically, if there's stuff like gold and diamonds, then you really want to build that building, but for stuff like lumber, you don't necessarily need to. Although they will give you trading goods that you can use to trade with other people, or trade with other factions. So let's go ahead and hop into this first battle here. You can see in the pre-battle screen, we've got all of our troops, all of their troops, our leaders, and then we've got three options here, and this is the fight battle. We can auto-resolve it, which will basically see who wins and how many casualties each side takes based on the balance of power, and we can retreat and decide not to fight this battle. But let's go ahead and fight. I just realized I forgot to apply my banner to my black orcs, which is really stupid of me, because I was talking, I forgot about it, but that's going to suck a little bit, but, we'll still be able to win, hopefully. Hopefully not take too many casualties. So this is the battle map here, and where we're going to be fighting. We're going to hop into it here. So this is the deployment phase. Yellow is where we can deploy our troops, and red is where they can deploy their troops. So you can move your troops around in deployment and on the battlefield. So in deployment, and on the battlefield, actually, you left-click to select a unit. You can left-click and drag to select multiple units, or you can group them all together, and I'm doing this by holding down Control and clicking all units I want to group, and then hitting G. You can see this is Group 1. I can access it again, by just tapping 1 or clicking on 1 here. And now what I can do is if I, for example, select an individual unit, I can hold down right-click somewhere on the battlefield or in my deployment zone, and I can adjust the way their ranks are formed and the way they're facing and such. So if I open up the toggle tactical map here, which is in the top right, you can also do that by hitting Tab. I'm going to hit 1 to access my first group, and I'm going to hold down right-click and make a arrangement for them. I am going to have my archers here, and have my catapults in the back here, and I'm going to have probably my boar boys up on top of this mountain over here. So, I think we're about ready to start this battle. Let's hop in. Right then, so I'm going to select group 1, and we're going to move forward and attack. We're probably going to get the archers to focus on the goblin archers, catapults focus on the spearmen, boar boys, let's run up the side. So to move units into attack, you have your units selected, your group units, whatever, and you double right-click, or you right-click to make them attack, like this if the sword icon is shown. You can right-click to make them move anywhere else, or you can double right-click and that'll make them move or attack faster, or move to attack faster. You can see a single movement here that they're kind of slow, they're going to walk in pace. If I double right-click, then they're going to charge in that direction. So these guys are currently charging. Right now they have their archers in the front line, which is not very good for them. I'm going to get my leader to focus on their leader. Now the wolf chariots are going to start to run away here. Get them to attack them. Alright, you guys throw yourselves into them and goblin spearmen in them. Now, we're going to bring our boar boys around the back. We're going to have to get our catapults to attack someone else because there is friendly fire enabled, and that means that your archers and your catapults can hit your own troops. So you want to be very careful at times. So here we can see our orc boys taking quite a bit of damage. I'll pause this for a second and kind of explain some things that are happening here. So the bar at the top is how much health all of the units combined have, not how many troops they have left. The second bar is their leadership, and this will be affected by specific things that you, for example, can see here. So if you hit them in the rear, we can really damage their leadership. And if their leadership gets too low, they'll do what this group is doing right here, wavering. When they're wavering, they are about to break from the fight. And if you reduce their leadership all the way to 0, then they'll start running away. And their flag will be gray. When their flag is gray, they'll be running away, but they can still come back to the fight once they get out of combat and their leadership starts to replenish. But if their flag is completely white, they are completely routed from the fight. So we're going to bring our orc boar boys to charge in the flank here. Unfortunately, we just got hit with some catapult fire because they were after an archer unit, and the archer unit decided to join the combat for some reason, the melee. We're breaking his leader from the fight. Looks like we're starting to win this. We're going to bring our archers forward. We're going to focus them on the goblin wolf chariots, I think. Boar boys are still in the scrap. You can see they're completely white now. Their whole army's routed except for their goblin chariots, which are just now routing. So now what we're going to do is we're at the post-battle. And basically, the post-battle, when you finish a battle and you actually click End Battle, basically you'll go back to the campaign map and the enemy will still have as many troops as they had originally. So, not as they had originally, as many as they had when this battle ended. But you can still kill some of these troops, and that way they will not have as many troops when you get back to the campaign map. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to kill as many as possible so that we have less to deal with on the campaign map and can win future conflicts, hopefully, more easily. We did manage to kill their leader, which will be good. Got our catapults firing. What's funny about these catapults actually is that they actually fire goblins in wingsuits. I will also note about camera movement. I am WSADs to move around the map like this. Forward, backwards, left, right. Q and D are to move left and right. Z and X are to move up and down. You can also use the scroll on your mouse wheel. And then C and V are to angle the camera a little bit better. So I think that's about it. The enemy is basically completely run. We're going to go ahead and end this battle with a decisive victory. Now, what you'll see in a second is there are 3 post-battle options. And basically, one option is Well, I'll show you in a second. Once we can actually see the options. We got a good 191 kills, and we got 73. Not too bad. All right, so you can see we have a decisive victory, and what we can do now. We've got 3 options: ransom captives. This will give us some money, but will decrease our fightiness. Fightiness is a orc unique thing, and basically it's this scale right here, and you'll see it also in the campaign map when you click on an army. But basically your fightiness will increase when you win battles and when you're raiding, but it'll decrease when you lose battles, when you take casualties, and if you're not doing anything. So if they're just sitting in a base, for example, they'll lose fightiness. If the fightiness gets too low, they'll basically start killing each other to satisfy their need for blood, and they will the units will start to take attrition, which basically means you'll be losing units every turn in that army. If it gets high enough, if you have 17 units or more in your army, you will summon a Wa army. Wa is basically the orcified version of war. You'll summon a Wa army, and this is a big army that will follow you and help you in your battles, and you can send them after different settlements or troops that you need to have killed. Well, now, what we're probably going to do, we have there's also these other options: slaughter captives to gain leadership for your troops. So for 5 turns, we'll have +4 leadership. And then there's eat captives, which will replenish our units by 4%. So I'd say here we're probably going to slaughter the captives, get some good leadership bonuses up in here. Now you can see if I left click on my, we need to capture Iron Rock now. If you left click on my guy, you can see the yellow zone's where he can move, and he can't move close enough to attack. So we're going to move him back into the province and recruit some units, hitting the recruitment button here. We're going to recruit 3 units of Orc Boys. You can see here the amount of squares is how many units you can recruit in a given turn. So I can recruit 3, so I'm going to recruit 3. We have a diplomacy tab down in the bottom right here. This allows us to perform diplomacy with various factions. If we click on our faction, all the red factions are the ones that we are at war with, so with the red background of their nameplates. So we're at war with the Dwarves, the Red Fangs, Carcassol, and Clan Angrund. We have a non-aggression pact with the Bloody Hands, so we'll probably want to increase relations with them eventually. Now, if you were to initiate diplomacy and add an offer, the red offers are ones that you have a likelihood of success being low, so they are very unlikely to accept your offer. If it's yellow, then they are moderately likely, and if it's green, they're very likely. So I don't think we're going to do anything with diplomacy for now. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We have a skill point for Grimgore Ironhide. So skills for your lords have 3 trees. This is the details, but we're not going to go into that. Skills have 3 trees. First tree is to improve. This is only for Greenskins, by the way. This will change depending on what faction you're playing. First tree here is buffs to himself. The second tree is buffs to his units, and the third tree is various buffs. This will be campaign movement range plus 10%, typically what you want to be getting right away so you can move farther on the map. We're going to go ahead and end the turn now in the bottom right, the big little hourglass. It does lag a bit, and that's because it's saving. It's doing an auto-save after every single turn. And you can see at the top all of the different factions taking the turns. There's about 60 at the start. And I think what's probably going to happen is they're probably going to bring this army down from Iron Rock and then come in with their other army here and attack me. 2 forces. So it says I'm predicted to potentially not win, but I'm going to try my best here. Unfortunately, I didn't inflict enough as many casualties as I would have liked. But really our only hope here is they're going to start off with this many troops, and then they're going to get a whole bunch of reinforcements. So reinforcements are going to come from the edge of the map. So what our hope is to smash these troops as fast as possible before the rest of their army gets here, and then we can go ahead and fight them. So why don't we go ahead and do just that? You can see the reinforcement is going to be coming down from there. Interesting. Okay, so that means they're probably gonna be right there. They're kind of hidden at the moment, so we can't see them. Go ahead and deploy our goblins. We're gonna group everything, well, goblins and orcs. We're gonna have number 2 and get our archers ready. We're gonna have our boar boys ready to flank and our catapults. So let's go ahead and start this battle. Let's move quick. Let us smash their goblin archers as fast as possible. You're going to focus on the orc archers, double right click to move fast. You see the reinforcements are starting to come into the map. Right then. Go. If I want to issue a sequence of commands, I can, for example, double click to move, and then hold down shift, and then right click, for example, to attack. And that'll do, say, like, move here, and then once you get here, attack. Or something like that. Alright, Gorfang, take out the leader. Goblins are going to flank in the rear. You can see their units are starting to get over here. Their goblin wolf chariots have already arrived. I'm going to flank right in the rear with my goblins here. Orc boar boy is going to take out these orc arrow boys. Goblins, a nice flanking charge right in the rear. Going to inflict some good penalties on them. Alright, archers, you need to take out... Their archers are already being taken, so take out the wolf chariots. Let's put them kind of on the side here, so that we don't hit our own units as much. Maybe let's take out those goblin wolf chariots. We're losing quite a few of our orc boys, but thankfully their troops are starting to break. Our orc boar boys are taking out their archers. There's still a little while till the rest of their troops get to us. Alright, orc boar boys. They're starting to get smashed. Let's charge right into their chariots here. Now you will notice a little bit of audio lag, and that's what happens when you get a decent amount of troops on the map, since each troop basically has sounds that they're putting out. And unfortunately, I happen to have audio lag, which is very unfortunate. We're going to get ready to fire on these orc, or let's say the goblins, that'll be good to fire on. We just killed their lord. Archers, fire on the goblins. So now they're starting to run from the fight, but they're not running completely. They're not completely broken yet. So now my catapult's going to begin to fire. I'm going to need to reform my line here. But let's reform it right about here. Let's get my archers here. Let's move these guys away, as they're going to about to be taking a lot of damage from enemy archers if they get too close. Where are you guys moving? Alright, take out their archers. Now you see the flag's completely white, so they're completely routing. So now their second army is just about to get to us. So I'm going to bring my boar boys around the back and hopefully flank. I have my melee unit starting to form the line here. You guys get ready. Alright, boar boys, just kill these dumb chariots that are in our rear. Fortunately, we've lost quite a few boar boys. We've got our catapults firing into the enemy ranks here. Alright, we're going to advance forward. No, guys. Alright, charge forward. Archers, let us fire on their archers. My boar boys are starting to break. Not good. Alright, archers, fire on that dumb catapult. Yeah, those dumb goblin wolf chariots. Alright, we're going to be taking friendly fire, so let's switch targets. I have warriors fleeing, unfortunately. What we need is a big charge. Let's get a good flanking charge right in the rear here. Smash them. Oh, yep, they're starting to retreat. This is good, this is good. Alright, fire on the orc boys. We really need this. Nice charge right in the rear there. Let's get back out. They're starting to come back. Dang it. More boys, don't die on me. Ooh, they're starting to rout. Oh, looks like their leader's about to die. They're all flashing now. Oh, I think we've got him on the retreat. Yeah, mass rout. Whew. Okay, we did it. Alright, that was... Fortunately, I didn't take out as many units as I had hoped to. The only people that are completely redding from my force are the goblins, unfortunately. Let's kill their leader. Their enemy lord is wounded. Let's speed up a bit, do some more damage to their forces here. So we did manage to win that in the end. We lost quite a few troops, which was unfortunate, but we did pull it out. Probably gonna say a close victory. Ooh, some good hits there. Over their heads. Alright, we're going to end it there. Close victory. A close one, but we did win, which is what counts. We lost 162, quite a few units, but we did kill a good 305 or something like 335 or something like that, 36. So we took out a close victory there. Spin a protection. Ward save plus 10%. Got a rank gains. Killed both their leaders. Let's eat some captives and replenish our units. And now, thankfully, because we were recruiting, we'll have some fresh recruits to hop in here. Alright, buddy. Looks like he's gonna run away. Ooh, do we want to fight this? I think we do. We need to fight this. We need to kill all these units, weaken the people in their garrison. Let's just take them out now. Okay, so this is going to be another big fight. Thankfully, we do have 3 more units of our orc boys to help us win this victory, or win this, hopefully it'll be a victory, win this fight. They've got a lot of goblins, which will be good for us because goblins will rout quickly. They have very poor leadership. A lot of battles for you guys in this episode. Hope you enjoy them. Now they're going to have the reinforcements, so if we can get in here and smash them while the reinforcements are still arriving, that'll be the most optimal course of action. So let's get our line of troops here. Now if you have all of them selected and you have them in a formation, you can just right click and move the whole thing around. Archers, got my Doom Divers. Where exactly are they? Okay, they're right there, so let's get the Doom Divers over here. Let's get Boar Boys on the flank. Let's move them that way. Let's get the catapult targeted on the Goblin Archers. So I guess we're going to have my leader and Black Orcs flanking in the back now. Catapult fire coming in. Fire those goblins. Yeah, not super good hits there. Alright, where are my Boar Boys? Running around. Alright, let's get ready for a flank. Come on. Projectile. Oh, that was a good hit right there. That Did a lot of leadership damage to them. Alright, Black Orcs, get ready to flank him right in the rear. No, 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 no. Get their leader. Don't let him run through to the archers. Okay, good. Alright. So they're starting to run. Alright, we're going to get a nice flanking charge in with both of these units. You guys fire on the wolf chariots. Black Orcs and Gorfang, let's get a charge on the goblins right in the rear here. Let's get a charge on these guys. Alright. Archers, careful. Not too far forward. Okay, you need to back up. You need to back up. You don't want to be in range of their leader. Here's their goblins coming. Alright, catapults. Get ready to fire on their ranks of goblins. Warboys, let's smash into their flanks here. You need to get ready to form up another line. So these guys are completely routed here. More audio lag, I apologize for that. Alright, no, I need all of you. Form the line, form the line. Kill Gruger, Grimgor. Black Orcs, get ready to pour into the flank. Alright. Black Orcs, ready to smash him. Their leader's almost dead. Grimgor's chasing them down here. Alright. Cavalry, let's see this charge. Come on board, boys. Oh, a devastating charge right in the rear. That's going to for sure almost bring them out of the fight. You guys flank these guys right in the rear here. Ooh, we've got our catapults hitting our own guys. We got to fix that. How close is their leader to dead? He's still running. Grimgor, catch him. Grimgor's not going to catch him in time. Alright, where are our cavalry? Oh crap, they're getting destroyed. Should chase them, Grimgor. They're starting to run. Alright, cavalry, we need you to chase down. Here we're chasing Gorfang or Ogget. Alright, watch out. Don't get hit by the... Aha, we killed the enemy lord. Good job, Gorfang. No archers, archers, archers. Fire on them. So you can see here, it's actually really funny, is they're loading goblins with wingsuits into these catapults. So they're loading themselves in, ready to fire. And away they go. You see, sometimes they do a lot of damage, but other times they just don't run up to par. Decisive victory. Thankfully, we actually got to the enemy force, with their first enemy force, quickly. Good 530 versus about 940, and we killed 529 of them, and then we killed 190 of ours. So a good showing there. Our Black Orcs killing 123, and our Catapults killing 123. You can see by the kill count over there. Their leader killed 40 of ours. Our leader didn't get many kills because he was busy killing their leader. So hopefully that should be the end of this army here. Let's replenish our guys a bit. Hopefully their garrison is kind of weakened now because we took a lot of their guys. Now all they have is wolf traits left in this army. We've basically decimated their army. We can't recruit because we're not in our own region. So let's go ahead. I'm probably going to end off the video shortly. We'll give another 2 more skill points. We're going to put some into his Blade Master to get him into this line, and then Scarred Veteran for some more hit points. Let's go ahead and end our turn. And then we're probably going to end it after we capture this settlement of Iron Rock. We'll see what they do. They're probably going to run away. Yeah, he's running away. I'm out of here. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh, are you kidding? Really? That much? Alright, so after this last battle, then we're going to finish. So all we need to do is force them to rout, and then we'll be good, and we're going to win. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Grimgor and Black Orcs in one group, and they're going to be the spearhead, and then I'm going to have the line of Orc Boys and the Goblins in the back. And then we're going to have, that'll be our front line. This should not be a very hard fight. So let's get all these guys grouped. Oh, we missed the goblins there. Group. Right, that's our spearhead here. And this would be right behind them. Archers in the back. Them there. And Boar Boys be in a kind of line. Don't want to be like that. Alright, let's group lock here so they don't all converge on the same target. Let's charge forward. Now you can see, it says this is their lord group, and this is because they don't have a lord in this settlement. Let's fire on the goblins because they're going to break quickly. Let's get our Boar Boys moving forward. So it just, if you don't have a lord in the settlement that's taking damage, then basically it's just going to assign lordship to one of the groups. Right. Now the Dude Divers are firing on the enemy goblins because they will break easily. Alright, Black Orcs. See this charge. Oh, nice charge. Wow, just cuts them down right away at the one swing. Our leader smashing into their troops. Our archers need to help those guys over there. War Boys getting ready for a flank in the rear. We're going to break them very quickly. Ugh, some more audio lag, unfortunately. Alright, smash them right, bam, right in the rear. That's really going to break them, and they're going to be on the run in no time. Now, our Orc Boys completely ran away there because they lost way too many men. Let's get our leader over here killing those goblins. War Boys, let's cycle around. Ready to take out this unit of Orc Boys here. Actually, no, we're going to need to take out these spearmen that are ranking a run for the archers. Oh, they're starting to run away. That's good. Bam, get a good charge right in there. Alright, archers, stop firing. Now they're about to completely run away. And now they're routing. And we don't need to worry about killing any of these guys after they've all routed, because when they're in a settlement and they're the garrison of the settlement, if you win, they will all be killed. We'll go ahead and end that battle. And they lost 39 and they lost 304. So quite good right there. And it predicted that we would only have a slightly good chance of winning. That's sometimes what happens with the the balance of power going into a battle. And that's why you can also kind of cheese out the auto-resolve, because you can be like, it has a force like this, and it's like, oh my gosh, wow, they're going to do a lot of damage to you, where in reality, you're going to destroy them. So if you were that garrison there, you'd auto-resolve, and that way you do a lot more damage. So we can see that the Orc Boys here have suffered too many casualties and has been disbanded because they only have 2 people remaining. So 4 post-battle settlements for settlement, 4 post-battle options for settlement. We can occupy typically what you're going to do, except Greenskins can only occupy other Greenskin tribes or dwarven holds. So really that's what you want to do when you're building up, when you're capturing all your settlements. Loot and occupy you really never want to do, because you have a massive obedience penalty. And if your obedience gets too low, then basically there's going to be a rebellion that you have to put down. And they can build up units very quickly. So if you don't have troops nearby, it could be really bad. Because you can't capture all settlements, typically what you do for a other settlement that's like a human settlement that orcs can't capture, you just sack it and then raze it to the ground. So let's go ahead and just occupy this. So our mission successful at taking Iron Rock. Now we want to occupy, loot, raze, or sack 2 different settlements, but we will do that next time. We also have Battle at Thundering Falls over here, which we're going to be doing eventually. So I'd say we can end it here for today. We'll probably recruit some more units, 2 units of Orc Boys, 1 unit of Goblin Archers, and we're going to go ahead and save, and I'm going to end it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Total War Warhammer of the Greenskin campaign. You can rename all of your units here. So besides Grimgor Ironhide, who you can't rename, you can rename all these units. So if you guys have any names for some of these units, go ahead and suggest them below. You'd say like, okay, Orc Boy, I would like an Orc Boys unit renamed to this, and then I can go ahead and rename them. So if you guys would like, if you have any names you'd like to suggest, go ahead. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to be back with another one soon. I had so many pains filming this, so many problems, and so many redos of 45-minute videos, which took a long time, but thankfully I got it out in the end. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Cheers, guys.